Hello and welcome. Good morning. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now. I'm with you, Kavita Thapliyal. Is my colleague Ankita Saxena, and next 1 hour is going to be all about your stock specific question. That's right, the only show where we get connected with you live and also connect you live with our experts on the show who will give you technical as well as fundamental take on your stock investment. So just quickly, let's just flash our QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code. You'll be connected to a WhatsApp number where you can send across your questions. It's a WhatsApp number. Send us the name of the stock, the price at which you've bought it, and the duration till when you want to stay invested in the stock. It's technical or a fundamental advice or recommendation that we will be getting you live through our guest on the show today. So that's the QR code flashing right on your screen, and you'll be connected to a WhatsApp number, and thereon you can send across your question. But before that, a quick market check. So market sentiment is broadly positive. We can see 153, almost 0.5% gains on the Nifty, as well as Bank Nifty doing well in the trade. We can see almost much 57,859 levels right now, but broader markets, the small caps are better than the mid cap, especially if you look at Nifty small cap 100, it's almost 0.5% up. Sectorally, we look really healthy. Buying across the sectors is quite visible. Technology and oil and gas are definitely leading the gains. Financials remain mixed. We can see a selective participation happening out there. Defensive segments are showing muted movements, especially the consumer durable pack, the FMCG pack. The index is also in red but flat. So a cautious approach from the investors, that's what is reflected. But look at reality, industrial linked sectors are largely stable in today's trade so far. The rally is driven by stock specific and sector specific momentum so far that we can see, rather than the broad based market exuberance. If we look at the stock specific movement, CleanMax Enviro is the stock in concern today. We are looking at almost 8% gains, and there's an investor meet happening on June 24th, which is why we can see a stock also reacting. It's almost 8.5%. Texmaco Infrastructure, almost 11% up. The company holds almost 678 crore worth of shares of Texmaco Rail and Engineering. So that's the update and stock-related movements. So far, we can see it's almost 4.5% up. But then let's move on. We'll be talking about the market and market breadth later on as well. But let's get you a FNO snapshot. Our colleague Sajit Mangat is there with us. Sajit, hi, morning. Okay, so the market is pretty stable and range-bound though, but what's happening in the FNO universe?
The market is holding up to the morning gains. 24,160 is where the Nifty is, 0.6% up. We're seeing some shorts getting covered there, and as a result of which the open interest unwind is also happening. Open interest is down nearly 1.5% for the Nifty. Nifty Bank again, it's gaining from the morning trade, 0.1% up there, with the premium of nearly 133 points. There we are seeing some unwind which is happening of open interest positions, especially because there's some shorts getting covered, and today in today's trade we are seeing the public sector banks where we have seen some short build-up happening. On Friday it was the PSU banks which were leading the pack. Today it's a chance for the private sector banks, where HDFC Bank, ICICI, Axis all leading the gains, not only for the Nifty Bank but also Nifty is led by Reliance and the private sector banks in today's trade there. So look at what's happening in call and put writing. You're seeing aggressive put writing happening at 24,000 and 24,100, and some additional happening at 24,200. Tomorrow is an expiry, so let's and that's what we look at the distribution chart for the June 30th, which is a monthly expiry as well, where the put writers have a hedge at 24,000 and 24,100. So the market hovering between 24,100 and 200 there, trying to hold on to that level. Future gainers include long NHPC, IREDA and Cipla, where we are seeing long build up. IREDA is seeing a short covering there. Losers have are down nearly 2%, where we are seeing short build-up happening in Varun, Cummins and Dixon Tech. Among the open interest gainers, you have stocks like Volta, where we are seeing a long build-up happening. Open interest of 5%. Dixon is seeing short build-up there. And in the losers, you have Tata Motors, PV, where there's a short covering. IREDA is seeing a short covering, and MCX is seeing a short covering there. Most active stock options, HDFC 780 June call. Nearly 16 lakh contracts unwind, which is happening at HDFC at this point in time. The premium of 3 rupees to 1460. The stock hovering around the 789 mark. at this point in time. The other one is line 1330, active since Friday after the AGM. The premium is down nearly 19 to 13 rupees. The open interest up nearly 9 lakh contracts, and stock hovering around 1341. So support coming at 1330 put for Reliance there. So overall, the market is trading on a firm footing as of now. We will see some flows happening towards the later half of the day, but keep a tab on how it's going to do. It's currently 24,150 level, which is holding up.
All right, Sajid, thank you so much for joining us with a snapshot of the F&O universe. But it's time to get started with the show, and you can start writing into us. The number is flashing on top of your screen, so do write into us your stock-specific question, the buying price, the holding period, and we'll get them answered by a fundamental and a technical expert who are not joining us. Gaurang Shah, Senior Vice President, Geojit Investments on the fundamentals and on the technicals. Jigar S. Patel, Senior Manager, Technical Research Analyst, Anand Rathi, Shares and Stockbrokers, is now joining us. Now, we're joined by a live caller. This is Lizzie Paiva, who's joining us from Cochin. Hi, good morning, Lizzie. Tell us what's your question.
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, tell me, please.
Lizzie, what's your question?
I got 23 shares of Gillette.
Okay, and what's your...
Okay. At the average price of 8,600.
Okay, 8,600 is the buying price. You've bought Gillette. What's your question?
That's the average price. Average price.
Okay, okay. What's your question?
Please, I want to know what is the prospect of this share.
And what's your...
I am what you call long-term investor.
Okay.
So I can hold it for at least about 1 year or more.
2 to 1 years is the time horizon. Okay, I'll come to you, Gaurang. Gillette India is what he's bought. He's sitting at a loss right now. His average buying price is 8,300 to 8,600 or thereabouts. But he's sitting at a loss right now. And in the last 1 year, Gillette has corrected considerably. If you look at the stock, it's down almost 21%. Future prospects, 1 year, do you see him recovering that loss, or what should be his strategy right now?
Thank you so much, Ankita and Kavita, for having me on this show. Good morning to all the viewers of ET Now, and to Jigar as well, and to all of you all. A small disclosure from my side that all recommendations that I'll be sharing with you this morning on your show, they are part of our fundamental research team recommendation from a long-term point of view. Our company, Geojit, or myself, we do not have any kind of personal investments, no financial interest, no conflict of interest, but we share similar investment ideas with our clients. They might have their investment interests. Talking about Gillette, first of all, I think it's one of the niche companies in the sense, the kind of products they have, both for men and women. A very large market share is what Gillette has, not only in India, but world over because of the parent Gillette. They have recently launched a couple of new products for the women in different categories, and those products too, along with men, have found very strong traction in terms of acceptability, usage, and repeat orders. Gillette, we don't have any specific coverage, so I won't give a buy, sell, and hold. But, you know, this is on a lighter note, honestly. Since I started my career with the equity market, and when I started shaving, I personally use Gillette products, to be very honest. I wished I had sense and common sense and wisdom to invest in Gillette at that point of time. This is on a lighter note. I would have been laughing my way to the bank, but unfortunately, since we don't have coverage, I can't give any specific buy, sell, and hold, but it happens to be a very strong performer in the sector and virtually a dominance across different products.
So it's a hold call? All right. I hope your question was answered. So, Gaurang, from your end, it would be a hold call on Gillette?
I can't give specific, Ankita, since we don't have coverage, but it's a great company. Fundamentally also, not only in India, but also in the international markets. I hope Jigar can possibly help him out.
Okay, Jigar, I'll come to you. Let's get him a tech check on Gillette. Gillette, do you see him, touch those levels that he has gotten into the stock? Because he's sitting at a loss right now. Would he be able to recover his loss in the next one year time horizon, Jigar? Or what should be his strategy?
First of all, very good morning, everyone. See, definitely, if we look at a chart of Gillette on weekly scale, there has been a consolidation between 8,400 till 7,300 approximately. So we are expecting consolidation to continue. But overall, the good news is that currently Gillette is, at a support of 200 weeks overall moving average. But still, there is a lot of consolidation expected based on RSI and based on MACD, but overall the major move will come above 8,500 on daily closing basis. So I would recommend as of now to even add at this level and keeping a stop loss below 7,200 on weekly closing basis. Stop loss is definitely there, but overall looking at the chart, I don't think so stop loss would be hit. But overall, the maximum target I'm expecting within 1 year is 9,300, 9,400.
So that's the fundamental as well as technical take given on Gillette. But let's move on and let's take Imtiazuddin's question. This is via WhatsApp. He's from Kolkata and the stock is Max Health. Entry price is 1030 and it's a short-term call that he wants guidance on. Jigar, I'll come to you because he wants a short-term target also. If you can recommend a stop loss along with it, Jigar.
See, currently Max Health is trading near 1080, but overall there has been a resistance, a very good resistance of 1090 till 1100 based on Ichimoku chart. So as of now, I'm expecting 1100 as a short-term target. If 1100 is taken out on daily closing basis, then definitely we may see 1200 and even more levels.
All right, let's move on from Max Healthcare to the next question. Venkatesh from Hyderabad is writing in. He says he has Clean Science. The quantity is 125 shares, entry price 840. He wants to know if he can add more for the next 2 years, if this is a good entry level. Jigar, Clean Science, is this the good time to average in or should he wait for more correction?
See, definitely, currently Clean Science is trading near the, almost all-time low, we can say, based on weekly charts. So definitely the kind of structure we are witnessing. See, recently we made a low of 660 approximately. We got a bounce of 880. Then again, we got a pullback. So as of now, we are not making lower low structures on weekly basis. And overall RSI on weekly is above 50, as well as RSI on daily chart is also above 50, above, to be more precise, above 60. So as of now, the short-term structure is taken out above 800. So as of now, definitely he can add at this level, keeping a stop loss of below 750 on daily closing basis. Overall, we are expecting 950, 960 levels in Clean Science.
All right, that's the take. But then let's move on and it's time for a short break. But post that, we'll continue answering your stock-specific questions. So do get connected on our WhatsApp via scanning the QR code and we'll be back with you soon. Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now, and we're answering your stock-specific questions. Jigar and Gaurang, our both experts, are live with us, and we also have a live viewer, Mr. Sudesh, on the phone line with us from Mumbai. Sudesh, hi, good morning. How are you?
गुड मॉर्निंग मैम. हाँ मैडम ठीक है, बोलिए आप. मैं ऑफिस में हूँ मैडम, जरा जल्दी हो सकेगा कन्वर्सेशन.
जी, आप अपना स्टॉक का नाम बताइए और किस भाव पे खरीदा है बता दीजिए.
मैंने ये टाटा टेक है ना.
ओके.
हाँ ये
किस रेट पे लिया है?
एक मिनट.
जो हमारे पास जानकारी है वो 749 आपका बाय प्राइस है सर. चलिए मेरे ख्याल से ये
753 पे खरीदे.
753 और शॉर्ट टर्म टारगेट चाहिए ना आपको?
नहीं, लॉन्ग टर्म टारगेट रहेगा तो कुछ नहीं.
Okay. All right, we'll help you with that, Sudesh. You can continue with your work and maybe just listen to the guidance from the experts. Gaurang, I'll come to you. Tata Tech.
So, Kavita, first of all, it's a sector which is under a lot of pressure. That is IT. While the IPO was there some time back, we had given a subscribe recommendation, and currently also, Kavita, we do have a positive coverage on Tata Technologies from a long-term point of view, but it is not going to be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. 1.5 to 2 years is something that you will definitely need to give if you have invested in the IT related companies because of the kind of headwind in terms of innovations, transformations, changes, launches of tools, product platforms, etc. So a lot of challenges will be thrown at IT. It will be dependent upon which company finds itself relevant and reinvents itself. So while we do have positive coverage, but time horizon has to be at least a year and a half plus kind of a time horizon.
All right, let's move on from that. I hope the question was answered, but let's move on to the next query coming in on WhatsApp. This is coming from Rajiv Kashyap, who's writing in from Gurgaon. He says he has Vedanta and Vari Energy for 683 and 2,875. What do you think are the price targets for the 5 entities now, and the strategy do you recommend? For Vari, he wants to know how should I add more or hold on to it? I can hold it for the next 1 year. Is there significant upside? Okay, we'll go one by one. We'll first go for Vedanta. Gaurang, I'll come to you. I think this is a question that a lot of people have, post the demerger for Vedanta, the 5 separately listed entities. Which one of these would perhaps you see more value in? And for the next 1 year, is there any target that you can give to us?
Ankita, this is difficult for me to answer straight off because very recently, as we all know, Vedanta hired off its different businesses and listed as a separate entity, and there TASPI opened up the opportunity of value unlocking for shareholders. Before the split or before the businesses were listed as a separate entity, as a consolidated entity, consolidated balance sheet, we had positive coverage on Vedanta. After the demerger, as of now, we are maintaining a positive stance on the parent company, which is Vedanta Limited. My team would need some more time to come out with any kind of investment advice or investment recommendations on the entities which are separated and listed separately. So if you are holding Vedanta before, on the basis of the earlier coverage of consolidated business, continue to hold on. And if you want to look at a new investment opportunity, then the flagship company Vedanta Limited is something that we are positive on.
I'll come to you, Jigar, for this. In case you have a certain pick or an inclination towards the 5 separately listed entities, whether it's Vedanta Aluminium Metal, Vedanta Power, Oil and Gas, or Iron and Steel, which one would you recommend out of the 5 separately listed entities? Of course, there has been a lot of value unlocking, but the shareholders also want to know which of these entities, still have a lot of upside, going ahead.
See, currently I have only view on Vedanta Limited, that is VDL, because first of all, there has been a tremendous move we witness in Vedanta over a period of at least one and a half year, from 130 till almost 350. And currently on a weekly chart, it is struggling to gain momentum, and it has started to lose momentum at higher levels. And even trendline breakdown is seen on weekly structure. So my recommendation would be on every bounce, one should book profit, and straight away it has to be ignored for fresh buy in Vedanta. Whereas in second stock, I guess it was Vari Energies. Vari Energy, definitely one can be, fresh can be done at this particular level, because there has been a very good consolidation just above the flat line of Ichimoku Cloud, and we are expecting a breakout above 3160 on daily closing basis. And once it has been cleared, then definitely the target would be 3400, and overall the stop loss can be placed below 3000 on daily closing basis.
All right, let's move on and let's take a WhatsApp question. This is coming in from Shri, and he's from Bangalore, and the stock name is LNT. Buy price is 4050, and he wants to know if he can move on from this stock and what's going to be a short-term target. Jigar, I'll come to you for that. 1 to 2 months time frame.
For L&T, there has been breakout seen above 4,100, and currently we are sustaining above this. So there is a possibility of pullback till 4,100, but overall the short-term target is expected till 4,250, 260 for next 1 to 2 weeks.
All right. Let's move on to the next question that's coming in from Swati from Ambernath. She says she wants to know the entry price for the long term For Yes Bank, Varun Beverages and Tata Tech. Okay, Jigar, I'll come to you. She wants to know the target price for the next 1 year period for Yes Bank, Varun Beverages and Tata Tech.
See, in Yes Bank, very interesting chart in terms of weekly structure because see, last almost 1.5 years, there has been a massive resistance of 23 followed by 24.5. And this particular time, I think in last week, we have Yes Bank has taken out this particular level very cleanly on daily chart as well as on weekly. So currently there can be a possible pullback till 24, but the structure is buy on dip and we are expecting at least 28, 29 levels in Yes Bank.
The second one is Varun Beverages and then Tata Tech also, Jigar, the target price.
See, Varun Beverages, again, see, we cannot rule out the rally which has been done from March until I think couple of days back till 555, and there has been a pin bar formation or shooting star on daily structure along with bearish divergence. So we are expecting a pullback in Varun Beverages. So the overall support lies somewhere near 500, 505 levels, which can be bought at that particular level and keeping a stop loss of below 480, and the structure remains intact, and we are expecting at least 600 levels within next 4 to 5 months in VBL. And second is Vedanta. Again, see, Vedanta, again, same view. No fresh buys recommended at this particular level. On any given bounce, profit taking should be done.
Yeah, Jigar, it's Tata Tech. The next one is Tata Tech. Varun Beverages and Tata Tech is the third one.
Okay. See, Tata Tech again a very interesting chart. If we look at entire IT sector, there has been a bloodbath in IT sector, but overall Tata Tech has given 50% return since last 2 or 3 months. The major structure has been taken out. The massive resistance was somewhere near 660, 680, and currently we are comfortably above that particular level. So any dip towards 700 or even below 700 till 690 can be seen as a buying opportunity. The view will be 5 to 6 months, and we are expecting at least see the major move upside will be seen above 800, and 800 is clear. Then definitely we can see 900 levels within next 6 to 7 months.
So that's a take on all the two counters. But with that, it's time for a short break, and post that we'll continue answering the specific questions. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You're tuned into Buy Now Sell Now show, where we get all your stock-specific questions answered. Let's resume with the questions that you've been writing in to us with. The question that's coming in on WhatsApp now is from Suresh Kumar. He says he has TCS. He's holding on to 350 shares of TCS at a buying price of 2,500. And he wants to know if he should hold on to it or sell it. He's not given his holding period, but Jigar, I'll come to you for this. I think most of the IT sector holders are perhaps going through this dilemma. He's sitting at a loss right now on TCS. I would say for the next 6 months or 1 year, do you see any kind of a revival in the stock price where he has purchased the stock at, and perhaps he could recover his price, or what should be the strategy? Should he cut his losses at this point now?
See, there is no point in booking losses at current levels, because the kind of chart we are witnessing on monthly of TCS is extremely, the downside has been seen since September 2024. But overall, the good news is that we are currently taking support on monthly chart from the levels of September 2020, September 2019, where there has been a consolidation, and later on we saw a breakout from that. So as of now, the massive support is a 2000 mark, which is close to 2019 levels. So as of now, I would recommend to even add more at this particular level, because based on indicators on monthly as well as weekly structure, we are witnessing a exhaustion, totally exhausted on downside. So there has been a possibility that we might see a good bounce, and see the major turnaround or the major trend shift would be seen about 2600. So as of now, add at this particular level, keep a stop loss of below 2000, and short-term target would be 2600. And if 26,000 is taken out, then again we might see 2800 levels also in TCS.
Right, Jigar, I'm not sure if the fundamental guests would agree with with IT as a play, but interestingly, like you mentioned, do you think the IT names have bottomed out at this juncture? And from a valuation perspective or from the chart perspective, it can be a good value buy, say, for the next 6 months to 1 year?
See, definitely, because just like TCS, if we look at Infosys chart, again, Infosys chart based on monthly structure, currently we are trading somewhere near 1050, 1060 odd levels, which is close to the level of 2020-21 levels. And overall, there has been, see, based on monthly, we need to close above 1150 on this particular month. And from that particular point onwards, we might see a short-term recovery or a short-term consolidation in Infosys as well. Same structure is seen on HCL Tech also. Again, we are trading exactly near the consolidation zone of Feb 2023. And there has been a ABC pattern, AB equal to CD pattern on monthly chart as well. And if we look at HCL based on monthly chart, last 2 months, the low of 1100 is not taken out on closing basis. So 1100 would be a very good support. And based on daily chart, there has been a a divergence seen on RSI as well and MACD as well. So as of now, definitely the view will be buy on dip. See, trading is totally, I would recommend to avoid based on current structure. I would advise to add on every dip in portfolio and keep a stop loss of below 1050 in HCL Tech. And overall short-term target would be 1290 and daily closing above 1300. Then definitely we will be back on track till 1500 levels. The view will be 1 to 2 years.
1 to 2 years at CL Tech, you need to buy on dips. Current immediate target 1290. But yes, you've got to accumulate the stock whenever there is a dip. But let's move on. Other WhatsApp question, and this is coming in from Mr. Pandiyan from Chennai. Gaurang, I'll come to you. You have IREDA on your radar because the buy price is 216. He's not giving me a time horizon, but I just want to understand the fundamental take if you have any.
Well, so fundamentally, it happens to be strong company, Kavita. We used to cover IREDA some time back. Our targets were in place, and we currently don't have coverage on IREDA. One thing I would like to advise your viewers and investors, Kavita, is that if you get invested at a particular level, and if that investment doesn't go your way, and if the stock price starts to correct, which has happened over here, I think he got in at 200 plus, correct me if I'm wrong, if I read that right, and the stock is trading at about 133. One of the most important thing in stock market is you should know how to protect your capital. If you're not able to do that, and if your capital gets eroded maybe about 50, 60, 70%, then the big question is whether you are able to recover the capital. Forget about making profits on your investment. So you need to be careful and cautious as far as your capital protection is concerned.
Right, let's move on to the next question that's coming in on WhatsApp. This is Thumana Nava Ganeshan, who's writing in from Chennai. Mr. Ganeshan says that he has Paras Defense. The entry price is 342 and the time horizon is 1 year. What should he do now? Okay, Gaurang, coming to you, a defense play, Paras Defense, he's already sitting at a profit. For the next 1 year, is it a hold from your end?
Well, I think first of all, Ankita, entire defense sector, we are positive. Yeah. Whether it is procurement from the domestic Ministry of Defense or whether it is getting orders from the overseas market. And we believe very strongly that overseas market is going to open up a lot of opportunity. I'll just give you some few data. In the financial year 2021, the total defense production was somewhere close to about 85,000 or 87,000 crores. As of now, currently, that number has gone up to 1,80,000 crores. Look at the multifold jump in the production capability capacity and, of course, the opportunities. We remain positive on defense. Unfortunately, Paras Defense is not that we have a coverage, but this is not an advice, buy, sell and hold, but Paras Defense happens to be one of the strongest players. And one more thing, the level at which the investor has got invested in Paras Defense is very, very comfortable zone.
All right, so that's the view coming in. But with that, it's time up on this show as far as Gaurang and Jigar, your guidance is concerned. Thank you so much for taking your time out and helping our viewers today. All right, with that, it's time for a short break, and post that, we'll continue more on the markets. Welcome back. And let's move towards a very important update. Mumbai woke up to showers this morning, with Colaba receiving 13 mm of rainfall and Santa Cruz recording 19 mm. The IMD has forecast more rain and thunder showers through the day, with widespread precipitation expected across several parts of north, central and eastern India as monsoon activity gathers pace. Anurag Joshi is here with more details. Anurag, over to you.
Mumbai was welcomed this morning with thunder showers, what is seen as signs of the onset of this season's monsoon. Now, Colaba recorded 13 mm of rainfall this morning, which is a promising start for the start of the monsoon season this year. And while in the suburbs, the rainfall was more intense, Santa Cruz recorded 19 mm. Now, there is more thunder showers, which is forecast for the day and going ahead during the week. Now, if we look at India, rainfall has started in several parts of the country. Rain is likely in the upper reaches, Himalayan reaches in Jammu and Kashmir, even in Himachal Pradesh and in Uttarakhand. Rains have started in parts of Chhattisgarh, Vidarbha and western Madhya Pradesh. Rains are picking up in gigantic West Bengal, in Bihar, Jharkhand and Odisha, and also in northeastern states like Assam, Meghalaya and Nagaland. Now, if we see the rain deficit, and the rainfall, the onset of monsoon has been delayed this year. So there is a deficit across the country. So region-wise, east and northeast, there's a deficit of 41%. In the northwest India, it is 12% deficit. Central India has the steepest deficit of 66% shortfall in rain so far from the normal average rainfall. The southern peninsula is at 26%. Overall for India, the rainfall deficit stands at 42%.
Right, Anurag, thank you so much for joining us with that. But coming soon in Bengaluru is also the second edition of the ET Now Family Business Excellence Summit, and awards will bring together India's leading family business leaders, entrepreneurs and next generation successors to celebrate the strength of enduring enterprise. Centered around the theme, the resilience of family enterprise, the summit will spotlight the evolving role of family businesses in shaping India's economic future. The summit will serve as a platform for conversations around succession planning, governance, digital transformation, global expansion, and long-term institutional leadership. A major highlight of the event is its award program. The organizational awards will honor excellence in philanthropy and social impact, succession planning, global expansion, and family business of the year across 3 revenue categories: growth, acceleration, and pioneering. The individual awards will recognize exceptional leadership through new generation business leaders of the year and family business leaders of the year. The credibility of these honors is reinforced by an exceptional jury of India's foremost business leaders. The panel is also led by the jury chair, Mr. Harsh Mariwala of Marico. He is joined by esteemed jurors, Dr. Swati Piramal of Piramal Group, Mr. Apurva Parekh of Pidilite Industries, Mr. Neeraj Kanwar of Apollo Tyres, Ms. Amira Shah of Metropolis Hospitals, and Ms. Nadia Chauhan of Parley Agro. The summit promises to be a landmark celebration of the entrepreneurs and leaders shaping India's future, one generation at a time. And well, with that, it's time to pull down the curtains on this edition of bnsn. Kavita and I will take your leave. Thank you so much for tuning in.